The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we know nothing about. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, this is it? This is all I'll ever be? That's exactly where I was a year ago, looking over this broken bridge, wondering if I'd ever be whole again. This bridge, it's more than just broken concrete and rusted steel. It's me. For 2 years, I felt like this, cracked, useless, falling apart. People pass by, but no one really sees what's broken. No one sees how much I've lost. I wasn't always like this. I had dreams once, big ones. I was going to build bridges, real ones that people could rely on. My dad used to tell me, "You've got a gift, Alex. Don't waste it." But I did. I wasted it all the moment till life tore me apart. When I lost them in that car crash, everything else fell apart too. College? Gone. My dreams? Dead. I ended up working at a scrapyard just to make ends meet. Every day, I came home to my tiny apartment, stared at the bridge sketches I used to love, and told myself, what's the point? But here's the thing. Sometimes, you have to break completely to rebuild yourself stronger. This bridge, this story, it's not just about me. It's about finding hope when there's nothing left. And maybe, just maybe, it's about you too. After the accident, everything spiraled. The bills piled up. College became a distant dream. I tried to stay strong, but every step forward felt like 2 steps back. I couldn't hold on to friendships or hope. People told me, "You're young, Alex. You'll bounce back." But I didn't. I just drifted further away. That's where I ended up, at a scrapyard, picking through the remains of other people's broken dreams. It felt fitting, really. I was just as discarded, just as forgotten. I'd look at my old sketches and wonder, why did I ever think I could do this? That voice in my head. It told me I wasn't good enough, that I'd never be good enough. And for the longest time, I believed it. One evening, Mr. Harris, a retired engineer, met me at the scrapyard. He had noticed me scribbling on the back of a piece of paper during my break. "What are you drawing there, kid?" he asked. I shrugged, ready to brush him off. But something in his voice stopped me. He sounded curious, like he actually cared. Mr. Harris insisted on seeing my sketches. Despite my initial reluctance, I handed them over. His eyes lit up as he flipped through the pages. "You've got talent, Alex. Real talent. Ever think about doing something with it?" he asked. I answered that I used to, but not anymore because dreams don't pay the bills. But the old man didn't give up. He offered to mentor me, teaching me the basics of engineering again. Over the next few weeks, we met regularly at Mr. Harris' workshop, building small models and repairing broken tools. It wasn't just the skills he taught me, it was the way he believed in me. For the first time in years, someone looked at me and didn't see a failure. He saw potential. I began to feel a spark of hope in me. But life doesn't make it easy, isn't it? I lost my job at the scrapyard. My landlord threatened to evict me, and I was forced to sell my father's toolbox to cover rent. It felt like the universe was testing me, pushing me to the edge again. Part of me wanted to give up. But every time I thought about quitting, I'd hear Harris' voice, "You don't have to see the whole bridge yet, Alex. Just take the next step." Determined to keep going, I entered a local engineering competition to design a sustainable bridge for the town. The prize money could change my life, but the stakes felt impossibly high. Every time I wanted to quit, I thought about my dad, about how he used to say, Don't just build a bridge, Alex. Build something that lasts. So that's what I tried to do. On the day of the competition, I presented the design. My voice shook at first, but as I spoke about my vision, my confidence grew. The judges were captivated. When they announced my name as the winner, I could hardly believe it. So let me tell you something. This broken bridge, it's not just about me. It's about what happens when everything you've built crumbles. It's about finding hope when you have nothing left. And trust me, if I can rebuild, you can too. As I look at where I am today, I realize something profound. Life doesn't measure your worth by what you've lost, but by what you're willing to rebuild. The storms will come. The winds will howl. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the storm always passes, and the sky is always clearer on the other side. It doesn't matter how broken you feel or how many times you've fallen. What matters is the strength to rise, the courage to keep moving forward, and the belief that your story is far from over. You see, a bridge is never defined by the cracks in its structure, but by its ability to carry the weight of the journey. You are that bridge. You have the power to rebuild, to redefine your future, and to rise stronger than before. Don't let fear control you. Don't let doubt define you. You are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. And no matter how dark it gets, there's always a light waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. So ask yourself this: will you stay where you are, trapped by the past, or will you rise, rebuild, and create a future that's stronger than you ever imagined? Because the truth is, you have everything it takes. It's time to rebuild your bridge. Step forward and believe in yourself, because if I can do it, so can you. As I take my first step forward, leaving the old bridge behind, I know that this is just the beginning. Because, as Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us.